Skakel live with your host, Earl Skakel. Tonight's guest, your mother, featuring some guy reporting live from Skid Row. Earl Skakel is filmed before a live Earlverse auction. Earl Skakel is filmed before a non-live Lois. No flash photography while in filming. All hecklers and trolls will be removed, violated, defrocked, expunged, and otherwise harmed and made an example of. It's Earl Skakel live! And now here's your host, Earl Skakel!
Fuck yeah. What's up? What's up? Earl Skakel in the house, in the building on a Friday night. Just answering a few texts here. We are live in the house. Business is business. No, I'm good on that. I'm not dyeing my hair pink, baby. I will not be in New York City anytime soon. Never say never, though. You never know. You never know what time Earl Skakel will be coming to New York, but here we go. Hold on, I'm getting many texts. Many. Yes, this is the Kramer hair today. I got all kinds of texts. Yes, you got to go where the business is, baby. Absolutely. Live from Skid Row, yes, we've got that all queued up. I just have to make sure there's no nudity. I can't put my shirt on. I do have shorts on, don't worry about that. But I've got stuff to do tonight, and, So we go now. Ball hockey's good. We won our game. Well, I've got to write this email. I guess Kevin Hart's a good candidate to roast. And he seems like he'll be the type that will take a joke. I do have AC. Unfortunately for me, it is it's room temperature. Jeff he's not a, Shane Gillis is 100 times funnier, and he's much more hotter. So, um, I don't think that they're really. If you're looking to draw in a younger audience, and you go Jeff Ross, Shane Gillis, it's Shane Gillis. So, I'm sure Jeff will worm his way onto it. And, that's just who he is. He's so fucking sneaky. But, do you miss the ICE protest? The numbers are better with the ICE protest, to be completely honest with you. I talk to Shane Gillis on DM every now and then. So, is that Olivia right there? Yeah, definitely someone. Ooh. Yeah, it's absolutely a demotion, but the problem with Jeff is, he doesn't really act or anything. So it's not like he's in a hot new movie or TV show. You can say, hey, you can see him on this show Saturday nights. So, yes, they are homeless. I don't know what happened to Bert's bus. I think, from what I understand, a tire fell off the rim, it created a fire, and then the whole bus caught fire. So, yes, they are under a substance. That is for sure. I know meth is heavily involved. So, yeah, if you don't watch Roasting or Roast Battle, you don't really know who Jeff is. So, who says I love watching it? I show this to you guys because this is real LA, baby. This ain't the Baywatch version of California you get. But you know what? I will agree with you. I do find it better if it's done to music. So why don't we do that? Let's play some tunes. Let's play some tunes. You know what? We'll play the lowest song, just so it's a little more palatable. I don't know, SC. I really don't know. I don't keep up with that world. I know Kevin Hart judged my roast battle in Montreal, so I'm assuming him and Jeff like each other, but maybe not. You don't know. I would write jokes for Shane Gillis. Because I actually like Shane Gillis. Shane's really nice, actually. Trust me, Jeff doesn't turn any gig down. No. I don't believe he's naked. He's close to it, though, I'll tell you that much. Woo! I mean, this could be Hackamania. Yeah, I think that lady's ass is clogging up the Wi-Fi. Stuttgart! Fuck yeah. Earl Skakel Live. I'll be at the Comedy Store tomorrow night. Check it out. I tell you, if she jumped into my pool, the valley would flood. No TB, no loop here, baby. And probably in the house. I don't know who Tony Hinchcliffe is. I don't know what Tony's sexuality is, to be honest with you. I don't really care either, to be honest with you. Yeah, I would say it's a safe bet they're drug addicts. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button, babies. Come on. Earl Skakel Live in the house. She be chillin'. I know, it really is, SC. How the fuck do I know what Hinchcliffe's sexuality is? What the fuck? And in terms of Rogan's height, you think I walk around with a measuring stick? Shit. Earl Skakel Live. All right, here we go. Fuck yeah. I'm not going to get another dog anytime soon. Yeah, Lois was funnier than Brendan Schaub. Had a better stage presence. Uh-oh, this guy's a wild card. Man, there are some freaks. Yeah, unfortunately, I never taped her cough. This is 6th Street and San Julian. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be a long time before I can, another dog. You know, just, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, never say never. Andrew Jacobs in the house. Rest in peace, Mr. Dennis Iskowitz, a.k.a. the man who introduced me to Burt Reynolds, my now favorite actor, via the Cannonball Run in the early 80s. Thank you very much, Andrew. Andrew sent this as a buzzer beater last night. And, whoa. We can't be playing copywritten music here, so we've got to, you know what? We'll go old school right now. Old school. It's been a while since we played this tune. Thank you very much, Andrew. Sorry for your loss. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Fuck yeah. Let me put that in the title of the video. I'll get some clickbait there, you know. It's all about the dollars. I look out my window. Hit the like and subscribe button, babies. Come on. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, TV. Interesting, Fred. Let me try it. What up from Brussels? Come on now. Let me see if this helps. Okay, cool. Knight Rider, how about fuck off and you give me $5? We got some trolls coming in, baby. I can feel it. What up, CC Motion? Come on now. I mean, I would say both teams are pretty even. To be honest with you, I do love Lois. I don't really think about Jeff, to be honest with you. You know, and I'm sure he doesn't think of me, you know. You know, I, I mean, Jeff was taken off hosting the roast a long time ago. I mean, Kevin Hart started hosting them, and I'm sure Hinchcliffe will start as long as Kill Tony is popular on Netflix. Hinchcliffe will probably host it at some point. I don't know. I don't really keep up with Jeff and his career, so you know. But I mean, he is a brilliant businessman. From what I understand, he barely shows up to the local Roast Battle LA show and still gets most of the money. So, well, the Oilers might not even make the playoffs, especially with Leon Draisaitl out. Well, he wasn't great at the Brady roast, and you know most people will probably say, "Oh, you're just saying that because you don't like him." But you know, arguably the best three people, really the only good three people from the Brady roast were Hinchcliffe, Nicky, and Schultz. And Schultz had like 12 writers. So, you know, Jeff uses the same writers, so it's kind of the same shit. And, you know, but Jeff doesn't care. He probably doesn't pay them. I mean, I know when I wrote jokes for Jeff on the Jerry Lewis roast, which was not televised, he didn't pay me. Didn't even say thank you. So, you know, but Jeff doesn't care. He doesn't care if a product's good or bad. He just wants to do it. So, I mean, I saw something where he was walking down the aisle of some awards show. It was just garbage jokes. But hey, I'll wear a yellow suit and I'll be funny looking, you know. So, you know. Yes, R.I.P. Chuck Norris. You know, I mean, 86 years old, though. That's a pretty good. A flaming youth. I set the world on fire. I mean, 86 years old is a pretty good run. Of course, one of my favorite fight scenes is when Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris fought in the Roman. Was that the Coliseum? I mean, 5 times in a row, it's pretty tough. I mean, you look at the Florida Panthers. I mean, they've won it 2 years in a row, and they're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. I mean, the way the NHL is structured, it's a salary cap. So, that's the thing. It's like the '70s Steelers. I don't think you'll ever see a team win 4 out of 6 Super Bowls again. No, it wasn't Enter the Dragon. I think it was the movie before Enter the Dragon. They had a great fight scene in the Roman Coliseum. Um, can you imagine the salary cap for the '70s Pittsburgh Steelers? I think they had 10 Hall of Famers out of the 22 starters. So, um, that team would not have been able to be a team with 10 Hall of Famers on it. And it might have been 11. Let me see here. Mike Webster, Terry Bradshaw, Swan, Stallworth, Franco Harris. So that's 5 on offense. And then defense, you had Mean Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Mel Blount. So that's 10. 10 Hall of Famers. So basically half your team was in the Hall of Fame or would be in the Hall of Fame. And I don't know if Rocky Blyer was in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he was, but I want to say there's one guy I'm missing. But, I mean, my favorite Chuck Norris movie. That one he did in 1985 with Dennis Farina. That was my favorite Chuck Norris movie. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not talking. Chuck Norris definitely a Hall of Fame coach, but I'm not counting him. But I'm just saying 10 out of the 22 starters ended up. Did I like the Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz fight? I don't really remember it, but I will tell you, I have been going down a rabbit hole of UFC classic fights. I actually did purchase a Total Gym, and it sucked. Delta Force is a great movie. I'm trying to think of the 1985 movie he did with Dennis Farina. Let me look up Chuck Norris, IMDb. Yeah, I mean, I would probably say Delta Force is probably my. No, they're fighting on the Netflix. Oh, I thought they had already fought. Let's see what that 1985 movie was with Chuck Norris. It was one of those typical. They don't really. Chuck Norris. IMDb. Let's go that. IMDb. Oh, here we go. Chuck Norris IMDb here. I liked From Hell, Invasion USA. I mean, that was a good movie. Let's see. All right. Let's check out the movies. All right. I think it came out around 85. Wasn't one of his better known movies, but Earl, think of his family. I mean, I don't think Joey Coast would have done very well in the UFC just because national. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's look up that movie, 1985. Code of Silence is probably my favorite Chuck Norris movie. Let's see, The Wrecking Crew, Good Guys, Yellowface Tiger. Maybe it was Yellowface Tiger was the Bruce Lee. No, Bruce Lee had died in '74. The Way of the Dragon. It's probably The Way of the Dragon. Which was 1972, a year before Bruce Lee died. So yeah, Code of Silence. Let's see who was starring in that movie. Not one of his better known movies, but a great cast with Henry Silva, who was like the go to bad guy in the mid 80s. Um, Burt Remsen, he was always in the 80s TV shows and movies. Dennis Farina, a great, I'm trying to think who played his sidekick. Uh, trying to think of other people. Molly Hagan, who was a go to 80s girl. Let's see when Molly Hagan stopped acting. She kind of just, she's still in the game. Oh, she was in Walker, Texas Ranger. Oh, she's still acting. Trekker, Walker. Okay, good for her. So, it was a standard mid 80s, good guy, bad guy. Chuck Norris is the lone wolf. Did you hear about Chuck Norris pass? Yeah, I did. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. That's half the reason we did the stream. And I did not have a Chuck Norris doll. Do you think Charlie Sheen is a great comic actor? I mean, I don't know about if I would say great, but I would say a good comic actor. Um, I mean, Chuck Norris. Not many people are successful after their prime acting careers, and Chuck found a new life in the fitness industry. So he'll be missed. I mean, it's definitely he was in that mid '80s group with Van Damme, Seagal, Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Stallone. But probably Cut of Silence and Delta Force, my two favorite Chuck Norris movies. I mean, he had a lot of movies, a lot of movies I just, you got the feeling that he would say yes to any script Canon Films were willing to make. DB, I knew that was coming. I like Seagal's first movie, really his first few movies. Under Siege was pretty good. You know, and then he just kind of, let's look up Seagal here. I mean, he really started to go downhill. Steven Seagal, IMDb. But I liked Seagal, like his first 2 to 3 movies, and then, I don't think he could act, to be honest with you. But the guy, Above the Law. So Above the Law, I liked. Hard to Kill, I like. Marked for Death was pretty good. Out for Justice, Under Siege and Under Siege 2. Executive Decision was good because he got killed in the first 5 minutes. But, he really then just started making basically straight to video movies. So, just, he got old. So, I mean, let's see. His newest movie is Beyond the Law with DMX, Bill Cobbs. A mobster trying to go straight and a dogged police detective must contend with a dirty ex-cop looking to bring the killer of his son to justice. I mean, that literally sounds like every single Steven Seagal movie. So, let's see if there's anyone good. Not a great. Oh, Sean Kanan from, I mean, I don't know. Patrick Kilpatrick. He's always good. And it's not a good sign when the writer of the movie is, it's his first script ever. 2 writers, amateur Johnny Martin Walters, in his first ever writing credit. I can cut some slack, but there's no excuse for seasoned writer Chad Law to allow such an atrociously dialogue screenplay make it to the cameras. Then there was the plot hole riddled, convoluted, and infantile story. There was more smoking cigarettes and cigars than action. You'd think this film was financed by Marlboro. Casting Seagal is what you'd expect in his performance. Only less and less action from him the more films he's in. I really wish he'd stop the whispered dialogue. So, I think the writing's on the wall for Seagal. I mean, his own fan base is turning on him. William Forsythe was a great bad guy now for Justice. William Forsythe, good in everything. And I became very good friends with his daughter, I think she was dating a comic at the Comedy Store. So, Ashley Cummings in the house, the great Ashley Cummings Yoga. Please follow Ashley Cummings Yoga. We are new best friends. No, we've never had sex. I can't tell you how many people have asked me that in the last week. How was it? I don't know. Chris Thorne in the house. Yes, Chuck Norris looked at a shower head and it started because it was crying. It was so scared. I remember when Haley Joel Osment was on Walker and had AIDS. Jesus. No, it's my loss. But, two people who are the opposite sex can actually be friends. This isn't the karmic extreme. Let's see who's live right now on YouTube. I don't stream snipe, but we've got a deer drinking water out of a trough that has 800 people watching, and I've got 26 people in here. Yes, 100% Ashley. I hope to see you soon again. I close out the Comedy Store every Saturday night, unless a big celebrity like your sister wants to go up, and then I have the night off, unfortunately. So, but tomorrow night I will be there, and your friend was lovely. She was like, "Why didn't you say you met me on the stream?" Some people don't like to be. Some people like to be anonymous at the Comedy Store, and I know some fans are. Ashley has never been to my home. I've never been to Ashley's home. So, do you think Seth Rogen is a big douchebag for what he did to James Franco? I don't know what he did to James Franco. So I'm not, I'm out of the loop on something, guys. Earl Skakel live Friday night. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Thank you very much for all the films you did. I'm gonna miss you. Just unfortunate that 86 though. That's a good run. That's a very good run. Well, Seth Rogen voted for me on Roast Battle against Jimmy Carr. So I got Seth Rogen and Jimmy Kimmel's vote. Of course, Jeff Ross voted for Jimmy Carr because he's such an ass kisser, but such is life in the world of the big city. We'll go about another 5 minutes, guys. This is a nice, quick 45-minute stream. I don't like to grift you guys and just go on and on and on and on asking you for money. Jimmy Carr, I love Jimmy Carr personally. I don't, okay, I have a thing now. Earl rules. Okay, I love you, Ashley. I'll talk to you soon. Everyone follow Ashley Cummings Yoga if you do not do so already. Be on the lookout for maybe a new studio. I would go to Ashley's studio. Right now I go somewhere else. I don't want to say the name because I know some of you people in the streaming world, you like to dox, and love you too. So now I learned my lesson. I don't tell anyone where I go except the Comedy Store. Rudy Baga in the house, so we can't talk to Earlverse if you do feel. I love Ashley. I've always loved her. She keeps it real and she doesn't take any shit from people. Jimmy Carr is good. I was better. The look on Jeff Ross's face when I beat Jimmy Carr. It was worth all the drama and heartache that I had to go through. And if you don't know, I'm sure Jeff promised Jimmy Carr, you're going to go up against this guy, Earl Skakel. He'll come out half naked, but, then you'll kill him. Nope. I mean, there's nothing wrong with selling out. What's wrong with selling out? I don't think anything's wrong with selling out. You got to make the money on it. You got to go where the money's at. So let's let the next few couple of minutes. Let's play a little music, just a little bit.
Earl Skakel in the house. Because I'm the Nate.
I think it's about 90 degrees right now. Turn that down a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
Very hot for LA. But, I don't mind it. My house is pretty cool. I appreciate it. Hey, before we go, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps grow the channel. Nice to see you, Saint Ranger. My love to you and your lady.
I'm gonna get some pussy on this parking lot.
Feel the Heat, great song off the Cobra soundtrack by Jean Beauvoir. I'll be at the Comedy Store tomorrow night around midnight. But see, I don't think anything's wrong with selling out. I mean, frankly, I sold out doing Roast Battle. I'm not a bully. But, I was 15 years into comedy, had never been on TV before. And when I was approached about roasting, it's not my style of humor. I usually roast myself. But I was like, fuck it. Who do you want me to call fat? Yes, R.I.P. Lois. Lois was the best. And I miss her very much. Yeah, I mean, I can imagine it's got to be hotter in Arizona. I mean, if it's 95 here, I would imagine, say, in the Scottsdale area, it's got to be at least 10 degrees hotter. But for those of you wondering where Lois is, she be chilling right there. There she is. That's the Earl Skakel doll. That's a picture of Annie, her best friend, and Kamala, the Ugandan giant. We also have her nose print. She be chilling right now. And some lofts of her hair right there. Yes, Jean Beauvoir did steal from me, and that's why his American career is no bueno. I know John Farley. I never crossed him. Actually, I did eat next to Chris Farley once at the Kookaroo in Beverly Hills. I do have air conditioning, but unfortunately for me, St. Ranger, it blows out more room temperature. Guys, we'll go to 50 minutes. I've never actually met Chevy Chase. I love his daughter. His daughter plays the keyboards at the Comedy Store. What up, Rick Wallace? Yes, rest in peace, Chuck Norris, man. Thank you for all the films, the TV shows. I can't say thank you for the Total Gym, because I bought one and it sucked. But, what are you going to do? I was a Chuck Norris fan. My two favorite Chuck Norris movies, Delta Force and Code of Silence. Typical mid-'80s shtick. And Chuck Norris, I have a bladeless fan that I sleep with upstairs when it gets super hot. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button, kids. There's plenty of streaming options that you have. I do know Joe Rogan. You don't want my glasses, not with this prescription. But do you know, TB? What do I know, guys? We got one more minute. One more minute before Earl Ramped Skakel has to do some life stuff today. So thank you very much, as always, for tuning in, checking it out. Chuck Norris was, you got to admit, he was proficient. I mean, he really cranked out movies at a pretty wild pace. Let's see if there's any cool things happening. Oh, we got a police scanner here. Yeah, one Adam 12, one Adam 12. Let's see what's going on live so you guys can go to another stream, Yes, Wilco, always a pleasure. But there doesn't seem to be a lot live right now. We've got the U.S.-Iran war, massive bombings. I don't know if we want to... Now, a lot of people criticize me. Why do you always show the homeless? Let's show downtown New Orleans. And this is why I don't show more streams like this. There's nothing going on, baby. So that's why I don't show those streams. Earl Skakel live in the house, shirtless Fridays. We're just chilling right now. Big loss for the Kings last night against the Philadelphia Flyers, but they did pick up a point. So now the Kings are in a playoff spot temporarily. But they have 2 games against Utah in the next week. That is the real deal. That's going to be 389. I mean, I wish. I think gas right now in LA is quite expensive. I believe it's about $6 if you are using 91. Yikes. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Whoa. There we go. Interesting. I mean, I like Chuck Norris. Should I go for another hour? No, I'm just kidding. Should I go? Fuck it. I'll just go to an hour. We'll go another 8 minutes, guys. Just hit the like and subscribe button. I'm giving you a lot of bonus time today. Panarin's doing great in LA. Point a game, I think, in 12 games. He has 15 points. He absolutely is helping the power play. It would be awesome if the Kings had Fiala and Kuzmenko healthy, but they don't. So, you're getting guys like Joseph, who's, probably a fourth, getting some first-line duty. Oh, look at the little doggy. That little doggy just chilling. Thank you, St. Ranger, for hitting the like button. A lot of people ask me, Earl, if we can't financially tip you, which is fine. I don't stream for money, obviously. What can we do? It's very simple, and all the ways you can help me are free. It's hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, simply watching the videos, commenting on the videos. YouTube just likes to see a channel that's active. So, and most of the things that show activity are free for you, the consumer. Yeah, I mean, the money's great, don't get me wrong, but, YouTube takes such a big cut, 30%, that unless you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars, the financial aspects of streaming are pretty bad. Like I've made $5 on this stream. I'm happy for Andrew Jacobs tipping me $5. But at the end of the day, when you take YouTube's cut and taxes out, that's a $5 super chat is about $1.50. Hey, that's more than what you had. So yes, we'll go next extra 5 minutes starting now. Earl Skakel live, Los Angeles, California. This is the Los Angeles I know, not the big titted girls running around Baywatch. And we are like, Earl, since you're a big NHL, what's the most common injury? Abdominal injury, abductor or groin muscle injuries. TB, I would say knee injuries. I mean, I tore my ACL playing hockey. I was born in a crossfire of a hurricane. What is that from, St. Ranger? I'm drawing a blank. I mean, if you look at Austin Matthews, his injury, torn MCL. I mean, so many. I would say knee injuries and concussions. I mean, I definitely think it was a dirty hit by Gudis, but, it's like with the Tom Wilson hit on Fiala. I'm not even mad at Gudis or Tom Wilson because the league has allowed these guys to play like that forever. So in their mind, they're doing nothing wrong. I mean, look at the Gudis hit. Like, even if you're not a Leafs fan or you're a Ducks fan, the old excuse would be, well, Matthews moved all of a sudden and Gudis didn't have time to change other than what he did. Look at the Gudis hit. His knee was out for like 5 seconds. So that was a very intentional hit. And, the Wilson hit, same thing. I mean, everyone's blaming Fiala for, oh, well, he did a reverse hit. There's hundreds of reverse hits in the NHL a year. Not one causes a broken leg, except the one that, Tom Wilson was involved in. So, have you checked out Ko-Fi for donations? I don't even know what that is, and probably so, to answer your question. No, I have not. And I'm not complaining about the money. I was just saying that, unless you're like Kevin Brennan or who's making $200,000-$300,000 a year doing this, then that's probably after taxes and the 30% cut, about 150 grand. Then it's streaming is financially worthwhile. But if you're making under $100 a stream, it's pretty irrelevant, the money you're making. So although I love money, I'd certainly rather have, at this point, probably more likes and subscriptions. And yes, 50 likes. Hey, listen, 50 likes is a lot for me. So I do appreciate the likes and subscriptions. That helps. I mean, YouTube basically, they don't really tell anyone about the algorithm. So it's kind of hard to kind of know what they're wanting or looking for. But, the hot rumors on the street was what drives up the algorithm is subscriptions and overall chat activity. So, that is something that, hey, 60 likes. I love it. 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Is that the Quad Father? Hey! St. Ranger, what was that? I was born in a crossfire hurricane. Why do I know that lyric? I was not very good at math in school. The best things I was good at was history. I just loved history and criminal law. Earl Skakel will be at the Comedy Store tomorrow night, 12 midnight on the button. And then, let me see, where else will I be? Nowhere, I guess. That's my only spot this week, at the Comedy Store. And I love how people in the Dabbleverse say, well, Earl's not really a comic. He only plays the Comedy Store. That's like saying to someone, well, so and so's not really a hockey player. They only play in the NHL. What the? You trolls are out of control. You too, Big W. And let's give you guys a little bit of the troll song. Let's see if I can pull it up. Earl loves his trolls. Fuck yeah. Earl Skakel in the house.
You know, we've had a lot of trolls in here tonight, talking shit.
Oh, I don't want to say who.
You're not funny. Put your shirt on. Just know this.
I think they were just mad at my take on the Stuttering John disaster at Rodney's.
Take a train, take a dirt road. You might be next, but you'll never be first. There's not a day that ends.
I have a great body, Destructor.
I wish I was you.
That's the walking through you. Hey, let's get to 70 likes. Come on now. I gave you guys an extra 15 minutes. No, it's okay.
The complexion of Edward James Olmos. You have nothing in life I want. I'm Earl Skakel, 6'1", 205 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
I love you all, babies.
Never sour. I'm the man of the hour.
I was born. But what song is that? Earl Skakel in the house. 31 people in here. That's cool. 63 people have liked this video. Hopefully, at least 20 have subscribed. And I will stream tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, these are AI Skakel songs. Done so, written and directed by the great Buddhist priest. There will be an AI comedy album coming out. Not a special, but an AI album. So be on the lookout for that. And until then, I love you all. You guys are the best. Thanks for the support through the years. Earl Skakel, over and out.